Hey, how's it going, everybody? Today we're playing Dragon Age Origins. If you've never played the game, it's made by BioWare back when they made pretty good games. And it's the first game in the Dragon Age series. Oh, look at those expressions. It's probably one of my favorite games of all time. But thought I'd hop back on it. If you like the game, it's on sale for the Steam Summer Sale right now. If you want to get on PC. And this playthrough, I'm going with what my personal favorite is, and that's the Circle Mage as an elf. The only way you can play as a mage in this game is you have to start in what's called the Circle, and it's like this big tower where the church restricts the mages to. The church in this game called the Chantry. Any mages that aren't kept inside the circle are considered basically terrorists. It's a really interesting game. Really interesting world dynamics. So the only right way you can start off as a mage is to be a part of this circle. And so as a mage, I'm going to put some points into magic, willpower, and that'll help us out in the beginning. And I love doing speech checks. It's probably my favorite thing in the game, and any game. All of these will be very useful to us. If you played Greedfall lately, you'll find that it's fairly similar level up system. I enjoyed Greedfall to a bit, but it just never scratched that same itch as this game did. So we have 2 points to spend in our magic, and unlike the games that succeeded it, they give you a lot of variety in magic. You have your basic schools, you have your basic mage spells, and then you have primal school, the creation school, spirit school, and the entropy school. Now, if you want to be a necromancer, the closest you're going to get is entropy. Well, no, I think spirit. Spirit is more necromancer because of the animate dead. Yeah. So the spirit and entropy are considered more the darker skill paths, but they also have very unique abilities. Like, this one eventually goes into animate dead, so that's your necromancer. And then down here, this is more like a telekinesis and a prism, stuff like that. And this is more like anti-magic stuff. While down here in entropy, you have like poison and that kind of stuff. Creation school, that's your healing, your buffs, and you even have like this here, the Spell Wisp and the Stinging Swarm, where you can actually summon things. It's pretty limited on what you can actually summon to help you in the game. But then you have the primal, and the primal separated by the fire, the earth, and the ice, and the lightning. So there's a lot of variety. More so than a more modern game like Skyrim has, really, in terms of what you can learn spell-wise. So, I kind of like spirit magic myself. I'm probably going to go with something like this is more anti-magic. I won't have to deal with too much magic early in the game. In fact, I don't even think there's a lot of spellcasting enemies in the game. So, it's always good to just go with one of the primals. They're all good. I like to go with one of the primal paths and then focus on one of these. One of the other paths. So for my primal, I think I'll go lightning. And then I'll do something like, well, there's a drain life spell down here somewhere. There it is. Let's go with half. We'll just go with normal.
On a cliff overlooking the dark waters of Lake Calenhad stands the tower fortress that is home to the Circle of Magi. This tower is the only place in Ferelden where mages may study their art among others of their kind. Within the high stone walls, the Circle practices its magic and trains apprentices in the proper use of their powers. But the Circle Tower is as much a prison as a refuge. The ever-vigilant Templars of the Chantry watch over all mages, constantly alert for any sign of corruption. This gilded cage is the only world you know. Found to be sensitive to magic at a young age, you were torn from your family and grafted here as an apprentice. Now, that apprenticeship is nearly over. All that remains is the final test, the harrowing.
Magic exists to serve man, and never to rule over him. Thus spoke the prophet Andraste as she cast down the Tevinter Imperium, ruled by mages who had brought the world to the edge of ruin. Your magic is a gift, but it's also a curse. For demons of the Dream Realm, the Fade, are drawn to you, and seek to use you as a gateway into this world.
This is why the harrowing exists. The ritual sends you into the Fade, and there you will face a demon, armed with only your will.
So the harrowing is like a ritual where they send you into the spirit world called the Fade. And they basically make you fight a demon to prove that you can overpower a demon. That way you won't become possessed by one later on. Apparently demonic possession's a real big fear in this. And if you ever played any of the later games, you probably know that it's actually fairly justified.
Know this, apprentice. If you fail, we Templars will perform our duty. You will die. This is
the goal of the Templar is to
the very essence of magic,
everyone
and
from
your gateway into the Fade.
the very
The
end.
harrowing is a secret out of necessity, child.
There's actually a lot of similar
Every
parallels
mage must
between
go
the
through
Black
this
Lives
trial by
Matter
fire. As we
and the
succeed,
mage
so shall
movement
you.
in this game,
Keep your wits about
and
you.
the Templars and the
Remember,
police
the
force
Fade is a
in real
realm
life.
of dreams. The spirits may rule it, but your own will is real.
The apprentice must go through this test alone, First Enchanter. You are ready.
Welcome to the Fade. Tutorial tactical view. Scroll forward. Issuing orders. While paused, you can issue orders. Right click to your desired destination. Oh. See, when I played it before, played on console, so I've never actually played on computer before. statue of a demon. Sorry if it's a little difficult getting used to the controls and stuff. What is it telling me to do here? Okay, now I'm naked. Okay, it wanted me to do that. Place them in your quick bar. Okay, so, hotkeys are a nice thing to have. You don't really get anything like that in console. So now I can use that. You know, I don't know if this is a PC exclusive thing, but I don't remember there being any healing items available in the Fade. The game definitely didn't have a pause feature. Oh goodness. There we go. I'm figuring it out. It's like familiar, but at the same time, a completely new experience. I love that about it. Drain Life is one of my favorite spells, and pretty much any game you can get it in. It's just so nice to be able to.
Very well.
I guess that's our health right there. The UI is very
Someone
different.
else thrown to the wolves, as fresh and unprepared as ever. It isn't right that they do this, the Templars. Not to you, me, anyone.
Hey look, a talking rat.
When you say that now, so have many others before you. Look at me. Look at what can happen. It's always the same. But it's not your fault. You're in the same boat I was, aren't you? Allow me to welcome you to the Fade. You can call me, well, Mouse. This place isn't real like you understand it. Here you are what you perceive. I think I used to be like you. Before. The Templars kill you if you take too long, you see. They figure you failed, and they don't want something getting out. That's what they did to me, I think. I have no body to reclaim, and you don't have much time before you end up the same. There's something here, contained, just for an apprentice like you. You have to face the creature, a demon, and resist it. If you
My
can,
kitten keeps
that's
trying
your
to
way
attack
out.
the computer.
Or your opponents, if the Templars wouldn't kill you.
Jealousy.
A test for you, a tease for the creatures of the Fade.
Let's see.
A question for those in the tower. Maybe you'll be lucky enough to ask. Maybe someday,
GG, you want
so
to talk
will
to
I.
me?
There
to
are
listeners.
others here.
Let's say
Other
something to the
spirits.
audience.
They will tell you more.
What do
Maybe
you think of
help.
Dragon Age?
If you can believe anything you
GG.
see.
What do
I'll
you
follow, if that's all right. My chance was long ago, but you
No,
may
she's
have a
scared.
way out. A dangerous spirit is not
She's
far.
going for my face.
Don't go near it unless you're ready to fight.
My computer alone. Alright, let's see. Screen's just so much bigger than I'm used
That
to.
is where the test will take place. The creature can be anywhere. It is dangerous to be out in the open like this. Not that hiding helps much in the Fade.
Yep.
Because they're sadistic bastards, that's why. And I'm not talking about demons. Everyone must face the harrowing because there's a small chance a mage might become possessed and become an abomination. Thrown to the mercy of a demon when you're at your weakest. For the safety of all.
Yeah, it is kind of messed up, but at the same time, what else would you do? An abomination could kill hundreds of people if left unchecked.
They aren't, but power attracts attention. Maybe it's entering the Fade Awake, not a gentle process. I don't really know. Magic is evil, and therefore, so are you. They'll never change. The Circle is a prison.
I really
You'll
feel
have
like that
choices
kind of
between joining and suffering various deaths of body or spirit. Remember that.
I think that's what made the game so good, is it talks about how being on the wrong side can have bad consequences. But how both sides have extremists, people who will do anything for their cause.
I missed my chance, so I became small, unnoticeable. I hide from the bigger things, learn from the smaller things. There are places you can hide where the shadows go on forever. You stay there long enough, and the shadows begin to creep inside of you. I don't know how long it's been. Forever, maybe. That is what happens to the physical bodies of apprentices who fail. They'd kill every mage if they could. All the Templars see in magic is danger. And they don't just use the harrowing. If you learn a little too much, they'll label you a blood mage and kill you on sight. True mages like you know that the power you hold is a gateway to greater things. A potential they can never hope to contain.
Blood magic is pretty cool in this game.
No.
It's not
It's
right
not.
now they control.
The Templars and the Chantry and all of it. They're all paranoid. The lot of them. They have no right to treat true mages this way. You could stand up to them if they gave you the chance. You don't want to
We
lose
should stand
yourself
up to them.
here.
Show her
Then
throne.
nothing would be
Burn
easier
the
than
Chantry to
this.
the ground. Let mages rule the world. That's what the Tevinter Imperium would say.
I think you should finish your harrowing.
Sorry if I seem uninterested. You'll see in a few minutes why his dialogue isn't necessary. Hit me.
It shall be done.
Taste our medicine. There's so many controls. Kind of miss a controller. One thing that's kind of annoying in this game. Like magic attacks and stuff, pretty much auto hit. So there's no risk of missing and stuff. Which, from one perspective, that's good. So you don't have to worry about wasting. But it's also nice if they're pretty much always going to hit you no matter what.
Be cautious. There is another thing. Not the one hunting.
There we go. I thought that. Oh, that's the sloth demon.
So, you are the mortal being hunted.
That's
And the small
Berescorn, I think.
Is he to be a snack
It's a type
for me?
of
I don't like
abomination
this.
where a
He's not
demon
going to help
possesses
us.
a bear.
We should go.
No matter. The demon will get you eventually. And perhaps there will even be scraps left.
Try to get some help from him.
I know that you will fail your test, and he will eat you. Be gone. Surely you have better things to do than bother.
Kind of sounds like
sloth
Winnie the Pooh
mortal.
a little bit.
I tire of you already. Even if I were willing to help, mortal, what would you have me do? Fight the demon for you? He and I have no quarrel, and I am quite comfortable where I am. Thank you.
He looks powerful. It might be possible that he could teach you to be like him.
Like me? You mean teach the mortal to take this form? Why, most mortals are too attached to their forms to learn the change. You, on the other hand, little one, might be a better student. You let go of the
Shape-shifting
human
is a big
form
detail of the Fade.
years ago.
I don't think I'd make a
I
very
actually
good
kind of
bear.
like the Fade a
How would
little
I
bit.
hide?
I don't hate it. It's like a puzzle. But,
I have faced more in this place than you can imagine. Fear is just one more thing. But you are right. Hiding doesn't help. I'm sorry, it's the Fade. It changes you. I'll try. I'll try to be a bear. If you'll teach me.
That's nice. But teaching is so exhausting. Away with you now.
I told you he wasn't going to help us.
You wish to learn my form, little one? Then I have a challenge for your friend. Answer 3 riddles correctly,
ooh,
and
riddles.
I will teach you. Fail, and I will devour you both. The decision is yours. Truly? Oh, this gets more and more promising.
There are a lot of
My
rules in this
first
game, I
riddle
remember.
is this. I have seas with no water, coasts with no sand, towns without people, mountains without land. What am I?
A map, I think.
Correct.
Yeah.
Let's move on. The second riddle. I'm rarely touched, but often held. If you have wit, you'll use me well. What am I?
Rarely touched, but often felt. I think tongue.
Yes, your witty tongue. Fair enough. One more try, shall we? Often will I spin the tale, never will I charge a fee. I'll amuse you an entire eve, but alas, you won't remember me. What am I?
A dream.
You are correct. Rather apropos here in Fade, no? But you've won my challenge and proven yourself.
All the demons are
valuable
based
in
on the
distraction.
7 sins.
So, I shall teach you my form. Now, listen carefully.
Those the riddles.
Like this?
I'm getting bored.
Am I a bear? It feels heavy.
Close enough. Go then, and defeat your demon, or whatever you intend to do. I grow weary of your mortal prattling.
Alrighty. So there we go. convinced him to help us. And now Mouse can turn into a bear. Yeah, I thought I remembered there was. Pausing, definitely a way to help. He sucks. Why didn't it work? I can't figure this out.
Another spirit this way. It never seemed.
Another mortal thrown into the flames and left to burn.
The opposite of a demon. Spirit
Your
of
mages have
memory.
devised a cowardly test.
Spirits can become
Better you were
corrupt
pitted
and
against
turn-
each other to prove your mettle with skill, and to be sent unarmed against a demon. Indeed. The choice and the fault lies with the mages who sent you here.
You think they could have given
That
me
you
a stick
remain
or something?
means you have not yet defeated your hunter. I wish you a glorious battle to come. Of course, you are not the first mortal to seek my aid. I am not here to assist you, however. My purpose is to seek perfection, creating the ultimate weapon for the pursuit of valor. Without a doubt. In this realm, everything that exists is the expression of a thought. Do you think these blades be steel? The staves be wood? Do you believe they draw blood? A weapon is a single need for battle, and my will makes that need reality. Do you truly desire one of my weapons? I will give one to you, if you agree to duel me first. Valor shall test your mettle as it should be tested. How dare you accuse me? I am no demon preying upon helpless mortals to steal their essence. I am a being of honor and valor. I am a warrior.
Valor that won't let me have a weapon and wants to fight me unarmed.
You are insolent, but your will is unquestionably strong. Very well, mortal. You prove to me that you possess the strength to resist this demon. Go,
One of the
prove your
benefits
worth
of
as you
power.
must. I am confident you will succeed.
Alrighty, inventory. Valor staff. Finally got a weapon. Alright, remember number 9, we got our shimmering orbs. That'll help us out. I guess we're ready for the fight. I think there are only 2 things to do. Let's talk to Mouse.
And there... I've never felt this way before. It's strange.
Let's talk to him.
There are
We're gonna fight.
many creatures in the Fade. Some all fire and rage. Some less so. I don't remember. It's been a long time since I saw anyone else. I think there
Jesus,
were
guy
others
remembers
like you
about as
before.
much as somebody testifying
When?
before Congress.
I don't think everyone who takes the harrowing comes here, to this place in the Fade. Or maybe they do.
I do not recall.
And I've forgotten. You fight it, I think. You kill it. Think of it this way. Everything here is a matter of will, right? I'm not really a mouse. Just like you're not really standing there in that body. You fight the creature. You're resisting it. If it wins, it defeats you and possesses you. I guess the reverse is also potentially true. That's a very complicated thing to consider. I'd stick with killing it. I'm ready if you are.
Alright, we're about ready to face it. Ready to get out of here. Start the story. Was there anything up here? That's the way we came. Now, from what I remember, these little names.
This way before. It's strange. I'm ready if you are.
Alright, rage demon.
And so it comes to me at last. Soon I shall see the land of the living with your eyes, creature. You shall be mine, body and soul.
Ugh. Alright, take a break, Epstein.
They are welcome to try. So this
will try.
creature is your offering now. Another plaything as per our
It's kind of
arrangement.
crazy how the demons are so dumb that they think
I'm not offering you anything. I don't have to help you
That's
anymore.
Oh. And after all those wonderful meals we have shared, now suddenly the mouse has changed the rules.
meals we've shared.
I'm not a mouse now. And soon I won't have to hide. I don't need to bargain with you.
We shall see.
Alright, let's get in here. We're paused. Attacking the demon.
I'm sick of hiding! Don't be a fool! You did it! You actually did it! When you came, I hoped that maybe you might be able to, but I never really thought any of you were worthy.
Wow, that sentence out of context alone is worth 1,000 words.
What?
Yeah.
They were not as promising as you.
You thought
It was a long
I
time
would
ago.
forget that he said that
I don't
helped him?
remember their names. I don't even remember my own name. It's the Fade.
Don't remember.
And the Templars killing me. Like they tried with you.
Yeah.
You defeated a demon. You completed your test. With time, you will be a master enchanter with no equal. And maybe there's hope in that for someone as small and as forgotten as me. If you want to help, there may be a way for me to leave here, to get a foothold outside. You just need to want to let me in.
Yeah, let me in.
Back! Help me back! They killed me, right? Just like all who fail in here. They'll kill you
So
too.
you would
Can't you feel the
take
sword
my
at your
body?
neck? They believe all magic evil. The Fade
Sounds
evil.
like you might.
Once you are here, you become what they fear.
Oh, so you're
What?
not.
Yes, of course. I mean, I think I was. Isn't that enough? It should be enough. For you?
I think I used to be human.
Maybe they are right about you. Simple killing is a warrior's job. The real dangers of the Fade are preconceptions, careless trust, pride.
There we go.
Keep your wits about you, mage. True tests never end.
You know, I often thought about that and what he was and why he didn't just attack me.
Say something, please.
From the glimpse we saw, he looked a lot like a pride demon.
Oh, I'm glad you're all right.
Zhao?
They carried you in this morning. I didn't even
never
realize
seen
you'd been
before.
gone all night. I've heard about apprentices who never come back from harrowings. Is it really that dangerous? What was it like?
By the way, this is Zhao. This is your best friend. Didn't establish any background on the relationship. But don't worry, it'll put it to the test right away. We're friends, but don't ask. You know I can't tell. It was harrowing. I feel like you should have sunglasses to take off with that part. It was a test of ability. Stop pestering me. I don't want to be a prick to him, but...
So much for friendship. I'll leave you alone then. And now you get to move to the nice mage's quarters upstairs. I'm stuck here and I don't know when they'll call me for my harrowing.
Well, I passed my test. That's all I give a shit about. Fuck you. Any day now, probably. Don't worry about it.
I've been here longer than you have. Sometimes I think they just don't want to test me. The Tranquil never go through a harrowing. You do the harrowing, the rite of tranquility,
The Tranquil
or you die.
thing is
That's
really
what
messed up. It's like a lobotomy, basically. A magical lobotomy.
I shouldn't waste your time with this. I was supposed to tell you to see Irving as soon as you woke up. He didn't tell me. About the harrowing, I'd guess, but you'd never know with Irving. You'd better not keep him waiting. We can speak later.
Alright, we leveled up. First level of the game. Now, since we're leveling up, I want everybody to hit the like button. Okay, so it says the plus. Finding the plus button next to your character's portrait. Ah, that's it. There we go. Hard to see in this. In the console version, I think you just had a menu that you switched into. So, give it a little more willpower since we've seen how useful that is. Cunning determines. I can help with our herbalism. Maybe a little cunning would help. You can specialize at 7 and 14. Next, we get a new spell point. So we can upgrade our shock or death magic. I think this is a passive, so it's a sustained one. Well, active. Yeah, I like that. It's funny how you can use like necromancy and death magic, but using blood magic isn't okay. I never understood that part. Like, I can literally siphon power from dead bodies, but if I use my own personal blood, that's not okay. Kind of a weird hill to die on, to be honest.
Did you hear anything? Is he alright? Is he awake?
Why do you care? Are you best friends now?
I'm just curious. That Templar, Cullen, said it was the quickest, cleanest harrowing he'd ever seen. He must be so talented.
Ladies,
Someone sounds jealous.
I just know I'll be terrified when my time comes. Like Wendell was. He'd throw up every day for the next week just thinking about it.
Okay. Hey. And I can't interact with them.
It is begun.
Let's see. Explore. Hey, this thing's shiny. Oh yeah. Yeah, boy. Got a hat. We got a hat. Oh god, that looks stupid as hell. I remember there was a way to turn off the hat in the there's a way to turn off your headgear in the console version, at least. Let's see. Odd. I guess they didn't add that to this. Well, guess we'll walk around with a stupid looking hat. Look at how dumb I look. Look at that face. Look at that. Texture detail's pretty nice though. I mean, for an old as crap game. I think I played this in like 2010. Maybe 2009. I can't remember. GG. No computer. You hear her purring in there? Purr into the pop filter, GG. Purr, 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 purr. So I hope everybody's enjoying the gameplay so far. If you never played Dragon Age Origins, I cannot recommend it enough. It's a great RPG. And
why would anyone do something so stupid? That's a death sentence.
Well, I walked into an interesting conversation.
That's what I hear anyway.
It is begun.
Yeah. We got a necklace that gives us bonus willpower. Alright. Pretty much all this stuff is standard. If you played through the mage stuff, you'll probably find the same stuff in the same spots. It's very restrictive in your origin on what kind of loot you can get. It's to keep it balanced for when the game kind of comes together. That's what it'll do. You play through this like little quote-unquote tutorial area, and that's your origin. And I think that's where I'm gonna stop after I do this origin, and then all the origins kind of come together.
It shall be done.
From that point, it's the same story, but your origin will affect, you know, different little side stuff in the story.
Must control the fire with your will.
And this is kind of what I was excited about.
We don't want it sputtering and leaping about. That's what causes most of the injuries.
So,
injuries?
Whoa.
But
steady. It reacts to your emotions. If you panic, it will... No. Breathe.
Oh God.
You know, in my experience, flint and tinder works just as well. Maybe we should start with that.
Noob. Maybe fire magic isn't the best way to start off learning something like that.
Very good. And what do you think that means?
GG. Stop. You're interrupting my gameplay.
It means that magic should be used to help people, but we can't use our magic
what's interesting about
to force people to do what we want.
Circle
That's right.
thing.
We should not abuse the gift the Maker has
They
given
basically
us.
kidnap children the same way the Jedi do in Star Wars. So, you're basically taking children from their homes at a young age because they have magical powers. It's kind of a weird consistent concept in like fantasy and stuff. Like, it's kind of concerning. Ooh.
Put all my power behind that spell, you would have
they try to emulate this.
I am not your enemy. Fear is your enemy. It is a weakness that can be exploited.
When you go to the College of Winterhold. Considering this game came out first, I can't help but believe that Bethesda's developers saw this and they were like, oh, that was a cool scene, let's try to do something similar. If there's anything you learn about the games industry, is they're always ripping each other off. For better or worse.
Welcome to the Circle stockroom of magical items. My name is Owain. How may I assist you?
My name is Owain.
The stockroom is not a shop. Your mentor should have clarified this. The stockroom stores components used in magical and alchemical experiments. Do you require something? Very well. Goodbye.
So the Tranquil are basically like, they have no emotions anymore. What they do is they use lyrium, which is like the magical stone, like magic stone that they mine out of the ground, and they use it and basically like enchant their brains in a weird way to where it severs their link completely with the Fate, so demons can't possess them. So a demon will never be able to possess a Tranquil mage. Oh, we got our own staff. As you can see here, I already got this, and that's part of the DLC. The Blood Dragon plate armor. It's pretty good stuff, but when I play as a mage, it goes straight to Sven. I mean, not Sven, Sten. Yeah. It's been a while. Who's this guy?
Ah, there you are. You are to be moved out of the apprentice's dormitory, and these are to be your new quarters. The Tranquil will move your belongings this afternoon. Go on, make yourself comfortable.
Sweet. Not the guy I was supposed to talk to, but the fact that I could talk to him is cool. I'm no longer an apprentice. I'm a full-blown mage. Gee, this is a big room. Hey, Templar guy.
Greetings. I'm glad your harrowing went well.
This guy is a big character in the game. You love him or hate him, he's kind of a tragic figure. Okay.
Some Templars I know discuss such things with glee. I don't share their enthusiasm. I try to serve the Maker first and foremost. As long as I am guided by his commandments, I cannot go wrong. Honestly, I've never seen an abomination, or been called on to slay one. As I said, I've never seen one, but when someone becomes an abomination, something must
I feel like it would be
happen.
advantageous of the demons to possess people
Could abominations
without
be
like
walking among us right now?
any kind of physical alteration, because then the Templars wouldn't really know what to do. Like, what if the demon possessed me, and then
This is still new to me. Maybe
Kinda
one day
like
I'll be as
he's
dedicated and
uncorrect,
driven as Knight Commander Gregor.
abominations. But what if a demon just possessed you and didn't show it? Kind of acted like you. Kind of like Supernatural's demons.
You must be busy. Perhaps we can talk another time.
He's not a terrible guy. He's just scared. But then again, maybe that's the problem with a lot of bad cops. They're I'm just scared.
It is begun.
Fear is one of the greatest motivating forces for both good and evil.
I shall do it.
Loot, loot, loot. Loot, loot, loot. And if I get a full inventory, I'll download them all. I don't want to talk to her yet. There's so much stuff I gotta do still. I haven't even talked to the guy I'm looking for yet. I'm just a looting kind of guy though. Alright, middle room is those stairs. Eventually, I gotta find this guy. I could have swore he was behind, what's his face up.
Many have already gone to Ostagar. Wynne, Aldred, and most of the senior mages. We've committed enough of our own to this war effort.
Your own?
There's a war
Since
on.
when have you felt such kinship with the mages, Gregor? Or are you afraid to let the mages out from under Chantry supervision, where they can actually use their Maker-given powers?
How dare you suggest?
Gentlemen, please. Irving, someone is here to see you.
I'm just gonna go with a nice simple hello.
Ah, if it isn't our new brother in the circle. Come, child.
This is...
Yes, this is he.
Well, Irving, you're obviously busy. We will discuss this later.
Of course. Well, then, where was I?
Alright, to avoid
yes.
having to go through
This
a
is
million
Duncan
dialogues.
of the Grey Wardens.
Duncan, the leader of the Ferelden chapter of the Grey Wardens.
You've heard about the war brewing to the south, I expect. Duncan is recruiting mages to join the King's army at Ostagar.
I want to defend Ferelden. I just want to get out of this stupid tower I've been
The
trapped
Darkspawn threat grows in the south. We need all the help we can get.
Darkspawn are basically like orcs, but they're like tied to
They have formed into a
these
horde in the Golgari
dragon
Wilds
god.
and threaten to invade north into the valley. I fear if we don't drive them back,
It's
we
kinda
may see
like,
another blight.
Duncan,
Sauron.
don't worry the
When
poor
Sauron
lad with
gets
talk
the
of
ring,
blights and darkspawn.
or when Sauron,
This is
you
a
know, gets
happy
more
day
powerful.
for him.
We live in
Orcs
troubled
start to
times,
form
my
up
friend.
and mobilize
We should
and
seize
become
moments of levity,
It's kind of
especially
what the whole
in
thing
troubled
is. Like
times.
whenever a
The
god
harrowing
is
is behind
unearthed,
you. Your
comes
phylactery was sent
from
to
the
Denerim.
ground.
You are officially a mage
Darkspawn will
within the
start
circle of
to
magi.
attack on the surface. Otherwise, they stay underground and just attack the dwarves.
I'm sorry, what is this phylactery?
Blood is taken
Oh, they're talking
from all
about how,
apprentices
in order to
when they
keep
first
track
come
on
to
circle
the tower.
mages, they have like
Is
basically their
preserved
own
in
blood
special
magic, which is kind of
vials.
ironic.
So they can be
But they-
hunted if they turn apostate.
We have few choices.
They basically
The gift of
take some of
magic
your blood,
is looked
and
upon
then they'll
with
use magic
suspicion
to
and
track you
fear.
down if you ever
We must prove we are strong enough to handle our power responsibly. You have done this. I present you with your robes, your staff, and a ring bearing the Circle's insignia. Wear them proudly, for you have earned them. It goes without saying that you
Anyway,
shall not
so back to
discuss
Duncan.
the heroism
He's a Grey
with
Warden.
those
They're
who
a
have
special
not
organization
undergone the rite.
all over the world.
Now then,
That
take your
their
time
mission
to
is
rest,
anytime one of these
or study in the library.
god
The
dragon
day is
things
yours.
comes around, they have to hunt it down and kill it. That way, the Darkspawn will fall back into the ground and stop attacking people on the surface.
Impetuousness is ever the province of youth, I see.
I will return to my quarters.
would you be so kind as to escort Duncan back to his room, child? The guest quarters are on the east side of this floor, close to the library. Now, if you'll both excuse me,
so basically
I have matters
what's going
to
on
discuss
now is
with
the
Gregor.
Darkspawn are attacking, and the king is recruiting troops to fight the Darkspawn. The king is still in charge of everything, but it's kind of like the Catholic Church. The Chantry is kind of like the Catholic Church, where like they didn't pay attention to where his quarters are supposed to be.
Thank you for walking with me. I'm glad for the company. Yes? What about? Our duty is to battle Darkspawn wherever they appear. We are elves, humans, and dwarves united by this common purpose. Some of our most honored wardens have been elves. The hero, Garahel, the last warden to slay an archdemon, was one such.
Very poorly.
The Darkspawn threaten everyone. They do not distinguish between the races, and neither should we. As being an elf in the circle being difficult?
Of the world and oppressed minorities. I would say the elves are similar to native people, where they basically, you know, they travel with the land. They don't like to stay in the same place. And anytime they have tried to settle in the same place, they've been wiped out by racist humans.
It is hard to change perceptions. I've tried to reason with many, and failed. If one has always seen elves as less than human, it's hard to imagine them as something else. You should want respect. Fear is just a different kind of hatred. Yes, let's.
See, the Grey Ward, the Darkspawn are attacking the surface, but nobody's seen, they called the God Dragons archdemons. Nobody's seen one of them yet, so they don't think that it's as bad as other people do. Here's his quarters.
Thank you for escorting me.
Nice sticks. You might walk around and see if there's any loot.
As you say.
Yeah. Hey, you didn't want this belt, right? Don't worry, I checked your quarters. No snakes. No belts.
Is there something else I can do for you? When the king sent out the call, the Circle of Ferelden sent only 7 mages to Ostagar. I asked King Kaelin's permission to come and seek a greater commitment
for the connection with the Fade. The dwarves do not have a connection with the Fade. It's actually really interesting. It's never been real clear why, but because of their lack of connection, dwarves can't use magic.
I hope to place a mage or 2 within every contingent. I cannot do with just 7. Mages will make all the difference in this battle. The Darkspawn have their own magic, and our resources must exceed theirs. I don't know. Do you? Then perhaps I shall speak to Irving about this later. Darkspawn are a greater threat than blood mages, even abominations. It takes decades for the world to recover from a blight. I wish the Chantry could see that. We must stop at nothing to defeat the Darkspawn. Listen to me. An old man's rantings can't be very interesting.
Something that might destroy the entire world, and the government just won't listen. How quaint. That's pretty funny. As an apprentice, old men talking have defined my life.
Yes, I'm sure they did. Once, in my youth, just after I joined the Grey Wardens, I was traveling with my mentor. We encountered a group of Templars hunting a blood mage. They were quite far away, so I cannot be sure of what I saw. He forced some of the Templars to turn on their fellows. It was dreadful to behold. He would have escaped had he not overlooked one Templar who snuck up behind him and cleaved his head in two. It is something to consider, certainly. Do not let me keep you.
Alright. Left him alone. I gotta go start my
I'm glad I caught up to you. Are you done talking with Irving? I need to talk to you. Do you remember what we discussed this morning? We should go somewhere else. I don't feel safe talking.
Do you remember what we talked about like an hour ago? Nope. Nope. Sorry, John. I have early onset dementia. I think it's because of the harrowing.
I've been troubled. I'll explain. Come with me, please.
John's a weird name. He plays a pretty decent role in the game too.
We should be safe here.
I apologize, but Jiawen must be careful, especially now.
A few months ago, I told you that I met a girl. This is Lily.
Oh god. I never paid attention to how mean half of the responses are.
So you can see why we wish to keep it a secret.
Lily's been given to the Chantry. She's not allowed to have relations with men. If anyone finds out, we'll both be in trouble.
One, two, three.
I won't give Lily up for anything. There is something else. Remember I said that I didn't think they wanted to give me my harrowing? I know why. They're going to make me tranquil. They'll take everything that I am from me. My dreams, hopes, fears, my love for Lily. All gone.
You know, I never thought about this, but this entire story has weird parallels with Anakin and the Jedi Council from Star Wars Episode 3. He can't control his emotions. He's in an unsanctioned relationship. He doesn't want to lose everything. And as you're going to see in the next few minutes, it kind of goes pretty similar. A little less child murder.
They'll extinguish my humanity. I'll just be a husk, breathing and existing, but not truly living.
Wayne is like right down the road. How do you think he feels? Oh wait, he doesn't feel.
I saw the document on Gregor's table. It authorized the right on Jiawen, and Irving had signed it.
Oh, damn.
There's a rumor about me. People think I'm a blood mage. They think that making me a circle mage will endanger everyone. Of course not. But it's not safe here for me anymore. I need to escape. I need to destroy my phylactery. Without it, they can't track me down. We need your help. Lily and I can't do this on our own.
Give us your word that you will help, and we will tell you what we intend.
I really wish you could back out of it, but I know that you can't.
If we tell anyone, Lily will be punished. If you care about what happens to me, help us.
I suppose that's fair. But please, give us your answers soon. Time is running out.
Alright, so... a lot of people would just tell him yes and just charge through the story and all that. But there's actually another option in the game that you can do. And, I mean, it's debatable how moral it is and all that jazz. But,
I trust you saw Duncan back to his quarters? I'm glad you met him. He's a most honorable man.
First Enchanter kind of likes you.
Grey Wardens are peerless warriors who sacrifice all for our sakes. We can learn much from them.
You're really gotta think about it from a role-playing perspective. You've been trapped in this tower your entire life. You want to get out. You want to make a name for yourself. You want to overcome oppression for being an elf and for being a mage. And the last thing you want to do is sacrifice all of your progress that you've made by helping your dumbass friend break like every rule in the book because he's dating some girl.
And how does he know this? I suppose the young initiate he dallies about with revealed it to him. You think I didn't know? I did not become First Enchanter by keeping my eyes and ears shut.
I mean, a good friend would try to make the argument, though.
Gregor says he has proof and eyewitness testimony that Jowen has been practicing blood magic. I cannot say more. Were it left to me, things might be different.
I mean,
but the Chantry, I'm sorry,
eyewitness
child.
testimony is
This
kind
rite of tranquility will happen.
What we know about memory at this point is that you can actually you can artificially alter your memories to be better or worse. It's like the nostalgia effect, but it can also work in reverse. If you think about something being a negative experience for so long, you can warp it to where it's a lot worse. So eyewitness testimony without evidence is kind of basically hearsay.
Let us not speak ill of my colleague, our colleague. You know little of this, and I ask you to hold your tongue. Oh, interesting. What more do you know? And I suppose his lady friend is involved? Yes, she must be helping him. She would know more about the repository than he would. Do you know anything else? I suspected Lily would tell him of the impending rite if she found out, but I never expected they would have the gall to break into the repository. Reporting him to Gregor and the Templars will accomplish nothing beyond what's already planned. If the Circle must punish one of its own, I will see the Chantry done the same courtesy. Lily will not walk free while my apprentice suffers.
See, this is the kind of problem that you get into when you have two groups that fiercely hate each other. You know, you have to deal with, like, he doesn't want to help Jaun. He doesn't care about Jaun, but he wants to get revenge. Nobody sees the emotion. Nobody sees that these two people just care about each other. They want to be together. They want to be free. None of them had a choice in any of this.
She is also breaking every vow she ever took. If we mention her involvement, the Chantry will say that she was framed. No, she must be caught in the act. If you want to survive, you must learn the rules and realize that sometimes sacrifices are necessary. Jaun will become tranquil, but Lily must also face the consequences of her actions. How did you learn of their plan? Do they trust you? You felt comfortable enough to bring this to me. Do not shy from your duty now. Go. Convince them you will risk all for their cause. I will be outside the repository with a contingent of Templars. Let them see the mischief into which their initiate led our student. Perform well, and your dedication will be rewarded.
So, basically what you got now is, by doing that, being a narc, being a rat, you try to do the right thing, but you kind of cover your own ass a little bit. You don't have to worry about...
Are you going to help us?
You still go through the same quest. But
really? What? Of course not. I never used blood magic. I've been sneaking around to meet Lily in secret. Maybe others have seen me and assumed I must be doing something forbidden. I suppose we are, but they think it's blood magic, and it isn't. Maybe if it were just Irving, he'd spare me. But he has to keep the peace between the Circle and the Chantry. If he stirs up too much trouble, they might replace him. They could wipe out the entire Circle if they wanted. The Chantry abhors blood magic. That's why they're willing to pay attention to this stupid rumor.
It's kind of crazy, you know? You think about how our modern society is now, you know? With, you could ruin somebody's entire life just with a rumor. Maybe you met somebody. Maybe you've never met them. Maybe you just never liked somebody. You make something up. It goes viral. Ruins their life. Like poor Jaun here. You know. Somebody has told a rumor that he does blood magic because, you know what, it's kind of pathetic. He's been here so long and he's never went through the harrowing. Maybe they're like, how dare he sneak around with this chant? Maybe it's a Templar that's really into Lily. And he's like, you know what, I bet he's a blood mage. I'm going to tell people he's a blood mage. They'll believe me, I'm a Templar. And doesn't care. It's gonna ruin John's life. It's kind of cruel. Or maybe he actually is a blood mage, who knows?
No, and I don't care. Why? I don't really want to think about them. I came here a year or so before you did. I must have been 5 or 6 years old. Mother stopped talking to me after I showed signs of magical ability. She wouldn't even look at me. She'd mutter under her breath that I was a demon child and an abomination in the Maker's sight.
Jesus.
Mother could be cruel, especially if you got on her bad side, which was easy to do. She'd fight with my father, saying that she didn't want that thing, meaning me, in her house. Guess that's what drove him to leave me at the village chantry. I suppose it's just as well. It's the past.
Poor Jam.
So, have you decided?
Thank you. We will never forget this. I can get us into the repository, but there is a problem. There are 2 locks on the phylactery chamber door. The first enchanter and knight commander each hold 1 key. But it is just a door. There is power enough in this place to destroy all of Ferelden. What's a door to mages?
I once saw a rod of fire melt through a lock. You could get one from the stockroom, but Owain doesn't release such things to apprentices.
We should stay here. 1 mage at the stockroom will attract less attention than a mage, an apprentice, and an initiate.
It's kind of dumb. It's like, let's say, look at my lightning ability, my lightning bolt.
Good luck. Our prayers go with you.
Or, let's say I had a fireball, you know. My fireball could probably melt through the lock. But no.
It shall be done.
I forgot, you know, looking at bookcases unlocks codex pages and gives you experience, helps you level up. It's pretty cool. It also tells you more about lore and stuff. Let's see, it keeps telling me to put some poultices down here. Makes sense because I haven't put that on there. Unlike in some games, this game allowed you to wear 2 rings. Whoa. Personally, I feel like there's no real reason why you shouldn't be able to wear 4 rings. Especially if they do magical stuff. Like, I'm just saying from personal experience, if I had a ring that let me, like, do more magical damage, I'd be wearing them on every finger. Alright. We already got one of those. This rope's better. Apprentice robes. Can you move stuff to junk in this? You had a move to junk feature on the console version. It's a little more streamlined. I guess that's one benefit about playing on consoles. They kind of have to tweak certain things to work better. Alright, so we won't have to talk to him again. He'll just let us do our own thing, and they'll ambush him when we come out. Kinda sucks. They catch you either way. But at least this way, you don't have to worry about yourself, I guess. There's a person. I'm trying to get through this as fast as possible. because we're kind of running pretty long. I'll probably have to edit this down a bit. There's a person, yeah, there she is. She'll give us a little mission. That'll help us get through.
Yes? That leads to the Circle's cavern storerooms. There are caves running through the rock that the Circle is built upon. But of course, you know this. No, I can't let anyone in there just now. There are just things in there that I would prefer to keep safe.
No,
of course not. I just have... I am in the midst of stock taking, checking inventory, and I can't let anyone in there in case they mess things up. Yes. Because I am taking a break. I hate the musty smell of caves, and look, I'll tell you the truth. Just keep it to yourself. There is an infestation of spiders in the caves.
Somebody until they
I don't know how they got in there, but it's probably my fault. I was promoted to senior enchanter less than a fortnight ago, and I don't want anyone to find out. They'll think I'm incompetent.
Fair point. You are a fellow elf. I gotta help you out.
I could use some, I'm sure. I've been too busy with my new duties. I haven't been able to deal with the spiders. If you cleared them out for me, I would owe you a favor. A big one. Wonderful. Here is the key. Oh, and be careful in there. I'd really like to keep the damage done to the Circle's property to a minimum.
What's funny is, I feel like there should be a rod of fire in here, since it's a storeroom. There should be an option to just find one and take it. Spider. There we go. That death magic passive ability, you can see it swirling around me. Any bodies I kill, it'll drain them and give me health.
If we must fight, let us do it quickly!
Really getting screwed here.
Excellent.
There are also
it shall be done.
These that will stack really well later on. Like I think there's a weakness spell, and if you use weakness on somebody, then you drain life. It does like extra drain.
What manner of beast is this?
You know, it ain't like Call of Duty Warzone graphics or anything. I think the graphics still hold up pretty good, in my own personal opinion.
It shall be done.
For the fool's sake! No quarter shall be given!
I shall do it. Very well.
Why not?
I shall do it.
Gotta clear out all the spiders. Clear out all the spiders.
I shall do it. It shall be done. As you say.
It's a little slow pace, a little boring. I'm really spending slow pace in Dragon Age 2. But they, in my opinion, they made it too linear. They took away your ability to like customize and stuff. And that was kind of really disappointing. I love how the little passives swirl around me. Walk like an Egyptian. Got a flame rune. Benefit of clearing out the place is we get to go through and just take whatever we want. Fire resistance, I'd rather have willpower. Level 2. I guess we haven't beat the quest yet. There's no quest menu that I can really see. We'll go take a sweep through one more time. Sweep, sweep, sweep. Any Spideys in here? Spider-Man, Spider-Man. Searching through the caves for spider plants. Spider-Man, Spider-Man. Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Spider Pig, Spider Pig. Does whatever Spider Pig does. Can he swing from a web? No, he can't. He's a pig. Okay. Here comes Spider Pig. And this is where we came in. I don't know. I know we've been over here. Maybe that's where we came in. Kinda lost right now. Go check it out. I think we did it.
You're back! Are the spiders gone? Really? Oh, that's wonderful. You've saved my hide, I'm sure. And I owe you a favor, so if you need anything, I'll be here. Thanks again. It's good to see you again. No, thank the Maker. You were pretty thorough. I don't think I could have done a better job. Thanks again.
Okay, I guess we gotta go talk to Wayne first. I thought we could just go do that, but he's gonna ask us for a
Welcome to the Circle's stockroom of magical items. My name is Owain. How may I assist you? Rods of fire serve many purposes. Why do you wish to acquire this particular item? Here is the form, Request for Rod of Fire. Have it signed and dated by a senior enchanter. I will release a rod to you once I have the signed form. Thank you.
Oh, I just realized I didn't have to do that for her. That's another benefit of going and telling Irving, is he'll sign the form for you. If you don't go tell
It's good to see you again.
then she's your only way.
A rod of fire? Oh, sure, I could sign that. What would it hurt? Right. There you go. How's that? It was a pleasure. You'll go far in the circle, I bet.
You have no idea.
Welcome to the Circle stockroom of magical items. My name is Owain. How may I assist you?
I know what you're thinking. Yes. Every single time you talk to him, it sounds exactly like that.
Everything looks to be in order. Here is the rod you requested.
I think that's on purpose. It's not like a generic thing. Maybe I should turn my death magic on. There's nobody else concerned about that. Again, personal experience. I would rather have the dude cutting himself and using his blood as magic around me than the dude siphoning magic from dead bodies. Just throwing that out there.
I think someone's here to speak to you, Senior Torren. Hello. Congratulations on your harrowing last night. Good work. Oh,
this is an interesting group. They teach you about the fraternities in the circle.
Politics.
They're kind of like political parties within the circle.
They're found in all circles throughout Thedas. Groups of enchanters
What's funny
similar viewpoints who band together to make their voices heard. The most
I found
influential
myself relating
fraternity
mostly
are the
when I first played through this
They are moderates
to
who believe in a
the
code of
Libertarian
conduct that all mages should
fraternity,
adhere to.
the isolation
Then there are the
fraternity.
Chantry apologists, the loyalists.
basically
the Chantry says something and they
circle
follow it to the letter. The Lucrosians just want to make money. And the isolationists would like us all to be hermits and live on an island. Then of course there are the Libertarians. They want more power for the circle, more autonomy. Well, if I had to, I'd say I was an Equitarian, but I ducked out of the fray a long time ago. Most of the senior enchanters are Equitarians. Irving, Wynne, Sweeney. Ulrid's a Libertarian, and a loud one at that. Mages have enough opposition from the outside without tearing
There
our
are
circles apart
multiple
with
circles.
infighting. But what can you do? An idealist, I see. Well, if you're going to change the world, you should get started immediately.
I'm
Lots
working
of
on it.
world to cover.
We're only in the beginning. Don't worry, I'm gonna change the world. I'll change all the world. Oh well. Oh well. Where did they go again? Are they still in here? This isn't where they were they? I can't remember where they went. I'm getting kind of tired. Doo-doo. Hey, here they are.
I hate waiting. It makes me nervous.
Yeah, you should be kind of nervous.
That was quick.
To the repository, then. Freedom awaits.
Freedom. Got a party now. We're in a party. We're in a party. In a party. How does the tactical stuff work for this? Oh, I didn't even see this stuff up here. So, okay. That's my skills. And character record. C. Heroic accomplishments. Kills 15. Most powerful foe slayed. Demon. Total world explored 3%. There you go. Using my death magic. Tactics. Lily is a melee. I think she's a rogue class. And she, where are we going? Down here, I think. No, just walking down here. You know, going to the place nobody's allowed to go. No biggie. Everybody just turn and look away. Going down here to the place nobody's allowed to go to. No guards. That's the weirdest part. This place is so damn important. Why would you have a Templar stand a guard outside, right?
Victim's door. It is built of 277 planks, one for each original Templar. It is a reminder of all the dangers those cursed with magic pose. The doors can be opened only by a Templar and a mage entering together. The Chantry provides the password, which primes the ward, and the mage touches it with mana to release it. The ward only responds to the touch of one who has been through the harrowing. Yes, I got it from a Templar who recently accompanied a mage into the vault. We have chatted on many occasions. I believe he trusts me.
Remember how I said earlier, Templar that had a crush on her could just make up the blood magic thing to get Joun tranquiled. There you go. There's the Templar.
First, the password. Sword of the Maker, Tears of the Fade. The password only primes the door. Now it must feel the touch of mana. Any spell will do, but hurry.
I kinda wish they let you pick the spell you use, because what you'd wind up doing is like a nothing. Like that's not a spell. It's just like, oh, throw magic at you.
You have the rod with you. Melt the locks off.
Okie doke. Continue. Burn these locks.
What's the matter? Why isn't it working?
So yeah, that thing that took us so long to get and all that distraction shit.
Lily, something's not right.
Guess what?
I can't cast spells here. Nothing works.
These wards carved into the stone. This must be the Templars' work. They negate any magic cast within this area. I should have guessed. Why would Gregor and Irving use simple keys for such a door? Because magical keys don't work. How do you keep mages away from something? Make their powers completely worthless. That's it then. We're finished. We can't get in. I don't know.
Hey,
do you think it's another way in?
That door probably leads to another part of the repository. What are the chances of there being another entrance?
Well, considering this is only the beginning of the game, pretty damn good, yeah.
No! We can't get into the chamber the way we planned, but we're not about to give up. We can see where this door leads, but I don't think it'll be easy.
I tried.
It looks locked for one. Yes, let's hope they haven't warded that door as well.
Let's hurry, we've wasted enough time. I'm not giving up, we've come too far.
Burn, baby, burn. Look at that.
Oh, that's not good.
BioWare animation. Sneak attack.
Best be wary!
The Maker is with us! You got it! Everyone all right?
Alright, how to rush them.
Enemies approaching! If we must fight, let us go in quickly!
Watch my back!
I'll be done.
I'll do my best!
There we go. Just looted the crap out of them. Alright. I think one mod I'm definitely going to look into is probably something to increase movement.
Very well.
That was always an issue. I guess since we're still in shit, might as well just take everything, right? I'm not gonna get in trouble. I don't know, John must have hid all that money that you had down there somewhere.
It shall be done. Thing we've done.
You know, when I was doing my character creator, I completely forgot to alter the voice. I guess that's what I sound like. I gotta say, in games that give you the option to customize your voice, my favorite by far was Saints Row. Custom.
It is begun.
I'm not afraid of you!
You say.
Don't give me!
More sentinels.
Very well. It is begun.
Man, I forgot how much I missed playing this game. I used to play this game all the time.
Be wary!
Stop.
I kept this ready! I'm gonna destroy you!
Damn you! If we must fight, quickly!
Hope it's been auto saving. Yeah, there we go. Deep stock. Sucked. Alright. this time. Let's do some tactics.
Quickly, we must fight! Take that! Right here.
We did it! And that was the first time we ever did that fight. I never died once. Didn't have to reload at all. Great stuff. Ooh, force it.
I shall do it. Shall be done.
I must maintain.
Alright, switch to Joan. Switch to Lily. Oh, she can be poisoned.
I am ready.
Very well.
Hurry! Terribly wounded. If this is the way it has to be!
Oh, you're such a pest!
What the heck?
No!
No.
On it.
Oh yeah, we're back here. Alright. First things first, let's go through here. I have not been paying attention to what they've been using. This will help quite a bit. Nice. I don't know why it spawned them in without anything equipped. Give William dagger. Shield. Give her this. Now at the end of the mission, I really gotta remember to unequip this stuff so I get it back. I think you might get it back automatically though, but don't want to take that chance. Alright, now that we have weapons, let's see if we can do this better.
You can't stop me! What the hell?
Holy crap, it's amazing. The 3-man party actually has weapons.
I'm not afraid of you!
The Maker is with us! Maker, save me.
I'm more dangerous than I look!
Yeah, one benefit of this game, when you have a party, if one of your party members falls, they're not like
very well
dead. Take that stuff. What was that belt? Earthen clinch. that would be something great to give Lily. Good work, everybody. That was great.
Very well.
Hey, you know, first time we did that. It was the very first time. And if you saw a time before, that means that I was too tired to edit this. And you should just pretend like you didn't watch that part.
Shall be done. There is no glory in bloodshed!
Let's go!
Get away! Make us stretch!
Very well.
One of these sentinels are warrior class melee, and we got a party that's 2 mages and a rogue, so no defense, no real armor or anything like that. So that's why we keep having so much trouble with health loss. You know, a lot of Lily's ability,
as you say,
designed around backstab and stuff. Like, the whole goal is for her to not attack head on, but that's just kind of her tactics. Once we get a higher attack skill and stuff.
You can't stop me! Be careful!
I shall do it.
There we go. Took those. That death magic just feeded me. Oh, I leveled up. Level 3. Alright. I don't think dexterity is useful at all. Willpower is good for mages, but it's not everything. Magic is good for spell power. I'll put 2 in that, 1 in willpower. And what we gotta do? Oh, we got another one of these. Tactics is always good. But I like to max out the coercion as soon as possible, because it's always good to have higher dialogue options. Arcane Shield would be a really good one to take right now, because that'll help us with our defense. But we could also take something like Rock Armor that would help with that. I can't get my next one. I really like the Death Cloud, by the way. That's one of my favorites. Crushing Prison's another fun one. All the highest level ones, there's not really a bad one. If you're playing as a mage, it just benefits you to max out this tree because, you know, Arcane Bolt's a great low cost spell. It does more damage than just your normal staff, and then this is what you really want. Your spell power score will increase the effectiveness of all your spells, and that goes up with your magic skill. And this increases your damage with your staff, so like, you just want to max that out as soon as possible, and we can at level 10. So we'll go ahead and turn that on. You can see that took a little bit of our permanent down. Got a Lyrium potion, that's good, that's good. Lyrium potions will help us with regenerating.
Must not exhaust our supplies.
Most
excellent. I shall do it.
We'll need another way into the phylactery chamber. Let's explore the repository.
Where we want to be. This is the... Let's see, the black and hardwood staff. Yeah, that's a good staff. Staffs are two-handed, but there is dual wielding in this game. Weird statue. The weirdest statue.
There's something odd about that statue.
Greetings.
Maker's breath, did it just say something?
I am the essence and spirit of Eleni Zenobia, once consort and advisor to Archon Valerius. Prophecy, my crime. Cursed to stone for foretelling the fall of my lord's house.
I'm not sure. The Archons were the lords of the Imperium.
Forever shall you stand on the threshold of my proud fortress, he said, and tell your lies to all who pass. But my lord found death at the hands of his enemies, and his once proud fortress crumbled to dust, as I foretold.
A Tevinter statue! Don't listen to it. The Tevinter lords dabbled in many forbidden arts. This is a wicked thing.
You know, I'm kind of getting really hyped for the potential Dragon Age 4 just playing this. Hope they do good. I talked to the one of the lead designers on Twitter. There was all this backlash about them like trying to push this woke narrative into the story. And I mean, you could see all the way back in here there was always like some political elements to the games. I thought that's what made it feel really good, you know, back 2010. You know, people, it was nuance. It was interesting to see those kind of issues tackled by a video game, but nowadays there's just so much going on that I think most people just want to pretend like video games never had any political messaging in it. They just want a simple beat 'em up hack and slash, and then turn off their brain.
It must have been here for years. Look at the dust. I feel a little sorry for it. Her.
Weep not for me, child. Stone they made me, and stone I am, eternal and unfeeling. And I shall endure till the Maker returns to light their fires again. No help can be given me, for this is my doom and my destiny.
Ambiguous rubbish. It could mean anything. I can do it too. The sun grows dark, but lo, here comes the dawn.
Stop talking to it. Please, both of you.
It's kind of ironic hearing her try to be so naive and innocent when she's covered in blood all over. Which, funny point, why is she covered in blood? Because the guys we were fighting were like magical constructs. They shouldn't have had any blood on them.
Come on, Jowan, let's go.